we are rolling, so I'm going to turn this over to our TBC Ohio lead reporter, Jack Luzinski.
Hi, guys. So first, for Coach, what should we expect to see out of River Valley this year, and any changes to keep an eye out for?
Team what?
Any changes, just to keep an eye out?
No, we got several kids returning. No big changes.
What kind of culture do you guys try to bring to River Valley? This is for everybody.
Well, I mean, we want everybody to give 100% every single play. You know, obviously we don't have a lot of players, and people giving their effort every single rep during practice, during games. It's really important, and I think that's something that River Valley has, is that everybody's always doing the most that they can.
You guys have it looks like a tougher out-of-conference schedule coming up. What kind of things do you try and nail home in practice?
Well, again, I think it's all about just I think it's all about just giving your effort. You know, we want these games to help us prepare for conference games that are more important. We want to be able to get prepared for them. So these out-of-conference games, we just want to give everything we got during practice, get prepared for them, and be able to win them.
Carl Blaylock Media. How have you seen your team develop? Obviously, this is another year for you here. How have you seen the team develop over the last few years, and where do you feel like you're at as you start this season?
Last year was my first year. The kids bought in. They didn't quit, and we've continued to grow on that. We've had a pretty decent turnout in the weight room this year. Tried to work a lot on speed training. We're trying to get better.
Isaiah Lau, WSEO Media. Where would you say is the biggest strength of your team going into 2025?
The basic strength of our
biggest
team.
strength.
Biggest strength of our team, I would say our returning skilled players.
I think that we can also go back and say that what he just said, that everybody's bought in. Everybody trusts them. We trust in our coaches. We trust in all of our players. And again, that's something that's really important for a team like us, especially in the position that we're in.
Ethan Sargent, Total Media Sports. You guys play in obviously an extremely competitive league in the Tri-Valley Conference Ohio Division. How have you guys been preparing this year for your conference games?
Hard work on the field. That's all you can do. Trying to basically the fundamentals. Little teeny tiny things add up, and that's what we've been saying after our scrimmage and stuff. We're a kind of team that's going to have to play perfect, without penalties and zero mistakes, in order for us to compete.
I think we just got to be able to learn from last year. You know, obviously we didn't have a great season last year, but I think we just need to be able to look at the mistakes that we did last year, be able to learn from them, not be able to dwell on them. You know.
What do you think was one of the biggest things from last season that you've worked the most to correct heading into this year?
To correct?
Yes, to correct.
I don't know that it's a correction. Speed. We've worked all off season on speed and weight training. We have not much speed. We don't have a lot of kids, so we've got to have everybody ready to compete.
Is there a game that any of you guys, for personal reasons, team reasons, have scheduled or have circled on your schedule a little extra?
I mean, our rivalry game, South Gallia. That's always a game that I always look forward to go and play against and compete.
All right, so 2 straight seasons you guys haven't won a game. Obviously, that's not entirely where you want to be, but I can tell, Coach says you guys have bought in. You guys have bought in, and you're taking the younger underclassmen under your wings. What are you doing to ensure that the next generation has success beyond you guys? And what also the success this year, but beyond you and your class, how are you instilling a mentality for improvement in these younger classes?
I think that the mentality of our school and our program is hard work. We preach it. They bought into it. Like I said, the guys that, even our youth program, we've got a good youth program going. Our junior high has several kids on it, so we're trying to get that all built up. It's still hard work. I know about all the coaches. So I think the future will brighten for River Valley. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's just a work in progress. Rome wasn't built in a day. So we're just gonna keep working.
Do you guys have anything to add on to that?
Well, I think again, it's just about getting the younger class, the freshmen, the sophomores, to be able to buy in. You know, you gotta be a good leader. You know, you gotta keep them in check. You gotta keep them disciplined, whether it's on the field or in the locker room. And you know, school's about ready to start up, so like even in the classroom, you just gotta make sure that they're being the best that they can be. You gotta be a good example.
Colton Jeffries, River Cities News. I cover you guys, so I've been to a few of your games, and despite, you know, a few lackluster seasons, I still see the fans in the stands. What does that kind of support mean to you guys from your community?
I think it's just that people still believe in us. People still see that there's potential for success in the future in our program. And that they all want to see us be able to be the best player, the best team that we can be.
Yeah. What would success look like for you guys this year?
I think it's all just improving from last year, building better chemistry throughout the team, winning games, scoring more points, and making just less mistakes. You know, that's the problem that we had last year is we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot, making our own little mistakes that just kept adding up and adding up. What ended up costing us some games last year.
All right, Coach, this is year 2 for you in Bidwell. What's the biggest jump you've seen from last season to this one?
The biggest jump.
Like the biggest improvement that you've seen from the end of last season to today?
I could say every kid is bought in. Every kid works to their potential, and I ask a little bit more, and they have all bought in. I'm tickled with that.